My name is Loki. Welcome to Let's Cook. I'm here with
Black Cow.
Kwauzigizi.
Yeah, man.
Deneko.
Oh, Nyame Adom. I think it's been a successful year. We are almost ending the year. Today is 1st December. And as you know, we're going to start making ourselves dirty from today. So 25th night. So we are in dirty December.
Okay. Yes, and then we are also in an election season.
Sure.
Yes, we are going to the polls on 7th December. 7th December is just about 5 days from now,
Okay.
or 6 days from now, right? And then I want us to talk about the political parties,
Yeah, man.
their campaigns so far. How do we see their campaigns going into the elections? I have with me here the list of political or presidential aspirants. There are 13 on the list. The first is Mahmoud Baumia for MPP, New Patriotic Party. So how is that campaign going so far? How do you see their campaign towards the election?
So are we to pick them one by one, or should
Yes,
generalize
we are
them
just
together?
picking them one by one.
So
brief,
we're going to talk about
something brief, yeah.
Dr.
Yes,
Baumia.
the MPP
Okay.
campaign.
Okay. I think so far, Dr. Baumia, from last night, per my checks, Dr. Baumia has covered almost. I think he's left with almost just 3 constituencies to finish all the constituencies.
So he has done about 200. We
over
have
200
275.
Yes, he has done over 270
Okay.
constituencies, and I think his the campaign strategy this time around was different from the previous campaigns we used to see. I think they adopted the strategy of Professor Mills in 2012, 208 door-to-door campaign. That is what Dr. Baumia adopted this time around, and I think he has really touched base. He has gone to the streets, to the market, opinion leaders, and the public in general.
So
He has really
generally, you're saying he's going for the grassroots. He's going for the people
yes. And
who make the difference.
And if you could clearly see, Mahmoud Baumia didn't really focus on the television and radio
the
talks.
traditional media.
He left them for the other party guys to do those work, and he touched the base itself. So I think he has really done well, but the results will determine
sure.
whatever.
So I also feel like MPP is really campaigning vigorously, as if they are in opposition. Yes. They are really working. They are really campaigning for people to see whatever they've done for the country. So for if they are going to win or not, is for the citizens to decide.
Sure.
And then next is Alan Tremantin, Alan John. He's also John.
No, the next person is
Alan
Daniel,
John Kojo.
Daniel Augustus Latte. Or you don't want to talk about him?
No, we'll talk about him, but I want to go according to the way they position them on the.
That is how they are
ballot
positioned.
paper.
Alan
Really?
is not the second.
Alan is not the second. Okay.
Alan
So who's
is
the
not
second?
The second is Daniel Augustus Latte, GCPP. So I've never seen this man, not even on television. I've never heard him on any radio station. I've never heard anybody talking about him. I've never seen anybody campaigning for him. I've never seen his colors anywhere. GCPP. I know they used to have their headquarters at Kanishi. But since the other person, something like say, left the party for him, I think this man is trying to. I don't know whether he's trying to be stingy or he's trying to save his money, knowing very well that nothing. Yes, man. So I've never heard of him, Daniel Latte. He didn't show up in any way. I'm not sure anybody outside Accra knows even Daniel Latte.
No one knows.
So,
I don't even know him.
People will only get to know him on the day of election on the ballot paper.
Yeah,
that is all. So to him, I'm sure he knows what will happen at the end of the day, so he wouldn't waste his time to go around.
If you know you're not going to be voted for, why do you create a political party and then want to be on a ballot paper?
It has its benefits. Creating the political party alone has its benefits. So you shouldn't just look at the voting day and campaigning alone. It has other benefits that he can,
Okay, so who's the next?
So the next person is Christian Kobna Andrews, aka Chirabosom. Okay, so Chirabosom is third on the ballot paper. And Chabosom, I know last 4 years he really campaigned.
Yes, it was a
But
third
this time
force.
around,
The numbers he had last 4 years,
yes,
it was really
this time around,
mind
according
busting.
per what happened in 2020,
Yeah.
I think he has learned a lot of lessons, knowing very well nothing better will come out of it.
Is it that
He has to save his money.
his money is finished,
Yeah.
or
I don't know how much he has,
because this time
and
around
how
we
much
don't
he has
see-
already used.
because
But all I can
previously
say is he knows what will happen at the end of the day, so he wouldn't waste his time and his money and everything.
Mr.
to
Can't afford, or I
campaign
say
again.
still we've not
Yes,
gotten
so
over the major
so
parties.
that is for Andrews. And last year his television station, last 4 years, his television station used to be very
Yes,
active.
yes. He
and
was really
a lot
using
of
the platform
yes.
to
And now his station
champion
is no
his
more
views.
active, and the church too, it's not really functioning as it used to be. So I think that is also affecting him. Because he used to have church members, a lot of church members who will
They're also
convince you in the
propagating the
streets, yes,
messages.
to also let you know that he's in for Kwame Nkrumah's legacy and all those things. But this time around, he couldn't show up as he did in 2020.
And then
So far, per the three people we've already mentioned, I think still Baumia stand tall. He has really gone beyond these two people and showing all seriousness that he's in for business.
Yes,
So
so
the
is the
next
fourth.
person is Kofi Akpalu.
Kofi Akpalu.
Yes, LPG.
Kofi Akpalu, I think does he have a post under this?
Yeah, he has.
Okay, so
He
it's
has.
more like he's
No. As in having a position in this administration.
Yes.
No. But he's more or less, you know.
because sometimes his comments, I don't know. I think he has been on television or radio stations, and then his comments seems to be like he's with the MPP. I don't know, but maybe he's not. Maybe he is. Who can tell? Because they
But
all know.
no matter what, whether being a presidential aspirant or just a normal citizen, I think if the MPP is doing something that he thinks is good,
Yeah.
I think he's free to talk about it. So
is he going to vote for himself?
so far as he registered and paid that money, and he also had some branded cars. I've seen some of his branded cars in the streets, and I've heard of him on radio stations and some media platforms as well, campaigning and also telling us.
One of the. I think he
just
went to one
that,
of the TV stations.
just that among all these people you've mentioned, apart from Dr. Baumia, who is, pushing a digitalization agenda and other infrastructure campaigning messages, I think apart from him that we've mentioned, the rest, none of them has a campaign message that we can sit here and talk about.
Yeah.
So far, Kofi Akpalu, I've not heard anything from him. I've not heard
So
anything
he's
from
with the Liberal Party of Ghana.
Yes, LPG.
Okay.
From there we have Mohammed Frimpong from
Mohammed Frimpong.
Yes.
Who is he? I don't even know him.
Okay, so he has combined a Muslim name and Akan name, Mohammed Frimpong. So I think with these names, you should have been able to blend the Northern and the Ashanti and the Akans, together and make sure he convey a very powerful message to them to get their votes. But I've still not heard from him. We've not seen him. A lot of people would be surprised on the day of voting to see him on the ballot paper as well. He doesn't have any message that anybody can just talk about. He doesn't have any footprints anywhere.
No.
Nobody can trace him. All we know is he has his picture on the ballot paper.
I mean, I feel like all these parties are not serious. Like parties like this, we just have to just remove them from the list.
You can't just move them.
I understand. Maybe
they've met all the criteria. They've gone through the registration, and they are of sound mind and are above 18. They can do this.
One guy in one video said if you were to really go for medical checkup and then check how sound Ghanaians are,
a lot of people will not vote. Only one person will vote.
He said he's sure about only 5 people are going to vote in this country. All right. Away from that, so let's go to the next.
So the next person is Nana Akosua Frimpong, also for CPP.
Nana Akosua Frimpong.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think previously CPP were doing well.
CPP was
but this time around, I think CPP is no more in the race. We've not heard from them this time around. No campaign message.
I think since how do you call it? Oh, this bank,
GN Bank.
GN Bank.
No.
I think when he left, since he left the party,
Since Pagwesi left the
Kwesi left the
party.
party.
Okay, I think
From
when she
since then,
left,
I've not seen
Samia
him.
and Nkrumah also came in.
Yeah,
Samia and Nkrumah came in, but it didn't go
Samia,
well.
we didn't hear.
Yes,
she
you didn't hear
wasn't
anything
active.
from Samia. And now it's Madam Nana Akosua Frimpong. And Madam Akosua Frimpong has also decided to stay back, lay back, and also watch what these people will bring on board. Maybe he might pull a surprise. Maybe others might not be able to count up to 8. Others might not be able to count up to 11 or 7. And they might be fed up at 7 and give it to her. So let's hope she gets some votes out.
So the last time I passed, is it Mobile?
Okay.
From the police headquarters towards the Nima police station. I think that's where their head office CPP.
Okay.
I saw her posters all over the place.
Okay.
I think aside that place, I've not seen the poster anywhere.
Okay.
Maybe because it's their head office.
So Nana Akosua Frimpong is on the 8th, is 7th on the ballot paper. And we have John Dramani Mahama also on the 8th position on the ballot paper.
Yeah, so NDC on the number 8, they are saying they are going to break the 8 instead of the MPP.
Sure. I think traditionally that has been the pattern of our voting pattern here in Ghana. I think every 8 years
we want to change.
We do change governments, and going by that statistics alone will tell you John Mahama can, comfortably sit back at home and say he was going to break the 8. But then the dynamics are different. You see, the strategy Nanado and Bawumia brought in this time around, Nanado is trying to account for his 8 years by commissioning projects he has done. Whilst commissioning his projects, Bawumia is also on the other side, telling us what he's also going to bring on board. So like 2 messages at the same time, one accounting for his tenure of office, and the other one also advocating to get another, years to serve as a president. So they are just giving us back to back. You will see Bawumia here campaigning. The next thing is General Commissioner is also here commissioning projects. So trying to convince people, trying to send the message across is becoming a bit easier for the NPP. So it's a tough race for NDC. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, but then how do you see their campaign? Are they doing well?
They definitely they are doing well. John Mahama is already known. So he's been a president before.
I'm not seeing
Jenana
in the mix. I'm not seeing it.
Yes. So I don't know their campaign strategy, but you could only see them projecting only John Mahama.
Yeah.
Unlike the MPP, who has other people, tackling other issues and other places.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, for instance, the wife of the vice president was at University of Ghana doing hostel to hostel, room to room, campaign. We had Obuo and Ma Lydia, the Guru, and Amrado. They were all at University of Ghana some 3 days ago or yesterday night campaigning for the MPP.
So for the NDC, I think I've only seen their communicators who are just going on the traditional media, the radio and the TV stations. Aside them, I'm not really seeing the wives or even the Jinana Opoku, the running mate of the NDC, in the campaign. I don't know if she's not feeling well or something. But
so the tradition of the NDC is always having someone from the central region as their running mate, just to pull votes from the central region. I think that is the brain behind Dr. Jenana Opoku-Agyeman's nomination as the running mate. And if that is anything to go by, I think this time around they should be careful, because Nana herself, we've been to Cape Coast, and she doesn't really have a footprint in Cape Coast, in the central region, as Professor Mills used to have, as Aka used to have. So comparing all those running mates to what Jenana Opoku-Agyeman is bringing on board this time around, I think there's a bit of, she lacks a lot, and they need to pay attention to that. If they are leaving that side and relying on that statistics alone from the central region, it will be a big blow to them. So I think it's late to do anything now. It's just a week less than a week to
Yeah,
election.
it's too late.
It's too late to do anything now. It's less than a week to election. And now coming from the education background, during her tenure as a education minister, a lot of things happened. The country wasn't in a good, form as a football team like what Chelsea and Manchester United went through last season. But Jane had a lot of challenges as a education minister compared to what Napo and Honorable Adubchum are having. So Jane going around to convince people, especially central region, which are of more educated people, will be very tough for her. But let's see what happens next week, Saturday.
Yes. Okay, let's go to the ninth candidate.
So the ninth candidate is Kofi Cranton. She has Ghana. She has the Star, Black Star, and KOF, which is Kofi.
Kofi Cranton.
No. There is a Hassan Ayariga before Kofi Cranton.
Okay.
APC Hassan Ayariga.
Okay,
Hassan
APC.
Ayariga this time around too. He didn't put in much. Yeah, he only
not
comes.
like previous-
He only comes on television interviews
Once
and
a
other
while
stuff. Yes,
to say certain things.
he hasn't been to other places.
But who said he's going to allow men to marry 4 wives or something like?
It was was it Akbalu who said something like that?
One of them made.
I think among all these people, it was only Okuyadonko who was a bit loud on her campaign messages. Yes. She was like she was going to give a free port. She was going to make sure Jehovah's Witnesses are not going to,
But this policy.
They are policies. And she was going to make sure Obia Waji loan Bia Oko prison, the loan will be cancelled.
Anybody pay free prison?
Yes. She was going to pay every citizen under 18 years 500 cedis a month. Yes. And we have a fan. We're fucking. Sika winning our market. I don't call the call. So from Hassan Ayariga, we have Honorable Kofi Cranton. Honorable Kofi Cranton too hasn't done much.
I think he has stayed in the States for quite some time because I think I saw one of his videos on social media where he was just criticizing the government and then during the protest. Yes, he was in there doing one or two things. He also went to his city is it City TV or the radio station, but then let's see what he can also do.
Okay, so from Kofi Cranton is on is 10th on the ballot paper, and on 11th we have George Chumberima Adu.
No one knows this guy.
As the others will see him by surprise on the ballot paper on the 7th of December. So from 11th we go to the 12th position, which is Nana Kwame Bediakon Cheddar. Cheddar has really done well. Cheddar have been to places. Cheddar
so far.
Yes, I think when you pick Dr. Baumia, John Mahama, I think Cheddar should be the next person.
Yes, Cheddar is the next.
Cheddar has really done well. He has really roamed. He has really gotten his message across. A lot of people are in for Cheddar. So many people think Cheddar has a message. Cheddar has the energy. Cheddar can lead us. Cheddar has really done well.
I think the strategy he said he had was to go to all the 275 constituencies.
Yes. And he has
you've seen him
16 region project or something like that, industrialized project, and he has really done well. He has been to a lot of places, making sure he meets people, voters, and conveys his messages to them. So, last person on the paper is Kojo Alan Shermatin from the formerly MPP member. So I think he wasn't happy. He wasn't satisfied with the election process of the MPP's. How do you call it?
Maybe arrangement or
yes. So he had to set up his own party as an independent candidate, and I think Alan has also done well. But I mostly see him in Accra and Kumasi. Most of his campaign has been in Accra and Kumasi. So people from the other region, Western North, Savannah region, Oti region, Volta region, and the other places. He has been there. I've watched an interview of him in the Volta region, but I think he couldn't go. He couldn't touch the base as Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bahomia.
I feel like it will be very difficult for him to do that because he has right now he's now putting together people who are going to follow him.
Okay.
You don't. It doesn't have people in these areas.
Okay.
So when you get there,
Okay.
you don't have any representatives. You have nothing. You just go there and then find the opinion leaders. You just do some campaign. You go back home.
So the last person we are going to talk about is Akua Donkor.
Oh, okay.
Akua
Donkor is the
Donkor.
one on the-
Yes, she was number 3 on the ballot paper, and unfortunately, we lost her.
Yeah,
And
R.I.P. Akua Donkor.
We still have her picture on the ballot paper. So any votes casted for Akua Donkor will be counted as invalid. So people should be very much aware of that and know what to do if you still want to vote for Akua Donkor. And
So I think
Once
aside
she's absent.
MPP and NDC, who are the obvious favorites?
I think Cheddar
Who do
and
you think
Alan.
is going to maybe the third and the fourth
Yeah,
position?
per what we've seen, I think between Cheddar and Alan, but anything can happen. Nobody saw Christian Kobna, Andres Trabosom come in
Yeah.
last 4 years. So apart from these two people, still Trabosom had the third position last 4 years.
Yeah, last 4
But I'm still not going in for Trabosom to be the third force.
Yeah,
So I'm
true.
looking at Cheddar
being the third force, and Alan Chomantini.
Chomantini, one of these people. But to be surprised to see Cheddar though. His
Yeah,
first
yeah,
time.
yeah,
and
very,
first
yes.
time coming to the political scene.
Fooling in numbers. So yes, my name is Loki. This is Let's Cook. Ghana is going to the polls on 7th December. We say peace. Yes, we are preaching peace. We will be there, just be there peacefully, and then let's count the votes. Ghana is still Ghana. We still move on as a country. Thank you guys for watching. I want you to subscribe to the channel. Put us on post notification. Leave your comments. Yes, comments. And I don't know why you guys don't leave your comments, but leave your comments. Let's interact. Thank you for watching. We are out.